So I just spent the past 2 hours deep cleaning my kitchen behind me. And I turned the camera on specifically because last week we talked about how to give ourselves the highest chance of feeling great mentally, physically, emotionally, and even little asterisks spiritually too. And the reason that I was deep cleaning my kitchen, the reason that I like to keep my house, my space clean in general, is because of that old adage: when you have a clean space, you can have a clear mind. And because we were talking about giving ourselves the highest chance of feeling good in all these different ways, I really want to include this because having that clean space, having that ability to have a clear mind, is just another version of how we can empower ourselves in a small way, right? And if we want to keep the same lens of being able to reduce our side effects, right, from Zoloft or Sertraline or another anxiety medication, or just feel better from an anxiety perspective or from a depression perspective, and all the symptoms and the things that come with it that we ultimately don't want to feel, right? And that we come to YouTube to learn about so that we don't have to feel anymore. That's how I started my YouTube journey. And to keep it really simple, like last video where we talked about hydration, quality food, and good sleep, another really simple way to invest in ourselves, which ultimately breeds, investment results, dividends, paybacks, is just being able to have a clear space. And for me personally, having a clean space is like taking a breath of fresh air. It feels like my whole body relaxes. And the reason my whole body relaxes is because when I walk through my space, aka where I spend so much of my time, everything is for the most part where it's supposed to be, right? It's in its spot. There's not these little question marks or little things on my to-do list of, I gotta clean that, I gotta put that away, I gotta do that, I gotta do this. Instead, when I have that clean space and I just keep it clean, it breeds in me a spaciousness where I no longer have these things clouding my thoughts, clouding my mind, even clouding my body. Now I can move freely, dance freely when I turn the music on, so that I could just be in my space as I want to be and not feel like I have to do anything, right? And that in itself feels like doing meditation, like a good breath work, like hydration, like eating good food, right? Everything that, again, we consume visually too, right? AKA a dirty space versus a clean space, it has an imprint on our consciousness, on our mind. If it has if it has an impact on our consciousness and our mind, it has an impact on our body and our emotions. And so I just really, really wanted to share this because it has had an impact on my life. And even though it's a small thing, right, and could often be overlooked, those small things done repeatedly add up to big things, right? 2 millimeters of growth every day equates to 700 and something millimeters a year. So this to something much bigger, right? And if we're in our space every day, 2 millimeters of a dirty space has a big impact on our mind versus a clear space on our mind, since we're literally in our spaces more frequently than most other places. And so just having that idea of simple ways that we can invest in ourselves provides a really nice, well-rounded approach to feeling better mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So my question to you is just, like I'm asking myself, what area can you tidy up, clean, that can have an impact on you like taking a deep, relaxing breath, right? We talk about all these big things on the channel: trauma, meditation, right? Nervous system. These small things can be overlooked, but they have a massive impact. So, what little place, what space can you tidy up, clean up that can have a deep breath, relaxation type impact on you? See where it goes. Aside from that, don't forget to hydrate. I'll see you in the next video.